Hello everyone, my name is Ixelith, or as you better know me as the EDM artist Nitroglitch, or whatever you want to call me, it's up to you. It's been about 10 years since the original Five Nights at Freddy's remix I did. Yeah, this video is a little late, it's after that, so yeah, 10 years since FNAF came out. I can't believe it's been that long already. It's kind of insane to think about because this was just a thing where I was just messing around. My friend told me about the game and I saw Markiplier play it, and then I was just like, oh, this is a pretty freaking unique idea, like just sitting in one place and these robots trying to come kill you and you just have this mechanical futuristic office. But yeah, let's go ahead and react and talk about thingies while we listen. Okay, so this is the original version that is not up for listening on, like, you know, Spotify and stuff, because this is the Terador March, Terador, I always forget how you say it. But it's not like a legal thing now unless you get permission straight from the company, whoever has the rights, so that's why that part was cut out from this and later on in the song. But yeah, like I was saying, I was working on some stuff while I was volunteering at a library, and I was just messing around with my older remixes, like, you know, Dragon Ball and Naruto and other stuff. I can't, my brain is blanking, but I just kind of, my friend told me about Markiplier's video of this new game, Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was obsessed immediately. But like in this original version, I just had like Scott's entire narration, and I was like, there was so many clips and so many audio things in this, and like not enough original stuff, I guess. And yeah, I forgot it just goes right into that one in this one, but this is not a remix of anything in general. Like, this is an original thing I made up based on the Terador March, or I always forget how you say it, I'm sorry. But the classical song that I think that is what the Living Tombstones song is based on. I love that, by the way. If you're ever watching any of my stuff, I do not think of you as a rival or anything like that. I just think of you as a really cool artist. A lot of people have kind of said some stuff over the years, but I really appreciate you. You are awesome. This is not a remix of the Living Tombstones song. That has caused a little bit of confusion over the years. But I think this is one of the songs where I kind of changed up my vibe a little bit. I was like, I want to make this more kind of Deadmau5, like kind of electro house or something. A little bit more active. See, like, this is the part that was taken out just because I didn't want to have like basically a medley and get into some weird legal stuff with people, so I was just like, I'm just gonna cut out a lot of stuff. But yeah, I still use sometimes clips, but if you've noticed that clips have kind of disappeared over the years, this is the reason why. Okay, now we're going into system reboot. I have a list here because I don't have them on screen. I'll have it like in the video, like some little thumbnails if you were unaware. This is the dismantled version, like the original version, just system reboot. It's just got some extra samples and some faster stuff, like the part later in the song, like the April Bridges. London Bridge is falling down, because I heard it in the trailer for FNAF 2 and I was like, that'd be kind of funny to have an auto-tune version of that. So that's why that's there. But yeah, I started to...
Well, if you're hearing this, then chances are you've made it.
A lot of people think I'm saying OF there, like, oh, you know the word. I don't think I was actually saying that. I was just kind of, I found a clip and that just happened to sound like that. Like, I was just like, oh crap or something, and then like the distortion just sounds like I'm swearing. but I don't think I actually am. There it is. I don't remember if this is my voice. I think this is actually just like the text-to-speech voice with auto-tune. So yeah. System reboot. Yeah, there's a lot of text-to-speech in this song. This is before I got kind of more comfortable using my voice in music. As you can tell over the years, it's gotten a lot higher pitched instead of deeper because I did not like my deep voice. But yeah, this is basically like the 1.5 remix. This is like in between 1 and 2, so I was just thinking like, let's make it a remix of the song from the trailer plus my song. And then I got obsessed with just remixing the same song 1,000 times, and that's what happened over the years. And then yeah, and then 2 happened, and oh yeah, also like thank you guys so much over the years for getting these remixes over millions of views. Like the other one's like at 3 million, I think, and this one's at, I think this one reached like 1 or 2. I don't have the view count up right now just because listening to everything on FL Studio, but thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Just me like sitting in my room just making these things for fun before I started taking them like super seriously. And I kind of feel like the quality was more daring back then, I guess. I don't know, like I was more just trying out everything, and now I'm just kind of sticking to a lot of the same synths and everything. But yeah, people really love the idea of me using Markiplier and Jacksepticeye clips and stuff, so that's why I kind of brought them back every once in a while. I didn't want to make them a usual thing because I just didn't want to, you know, people like, oh, I'm just here for the clips from the videos. It's like, and plus I felt bad like using clips of Scott's voice and just like having them overextended. I just started like filtering them to sound deeper, so it just wasn't, you know, it just sounded more like it was part of the song instead of just something ripped from the game. Yeah, I just kind of took that Alien Arena something, like that's the original name of the song used in the trailer for 2. This has always been my favorite part because it sounds like this is like kind of a military thing. It's probably unconsciously from the Child's Play 3 theme. I know it doesn't sound like a, I don't know if other people will get that, but that's just what I got. It just sounds like you're going through the other pizzeria from 2, and it's like this tactical espionage, trying not to get killed by the animatronics. Oh yeah, give them life. This started off as a request from Zombie Wars SMT, I believe. They asked me to make like a theme or something. Like, I'm sorry if you're watching this, I'm having trouble remembering the reason, but I made this version. I kind of just liked it so much that I took the audio clips from your channel out, but you can still hear them, like the ult. That's still Zombie's voice. But yeah, this is just another fast version of that Alien Arena thing, but like, you know, I kind of switched it up, made it more fun, I guess. I don't know. It's just like always a thing, like I'm gonna take this remix, I'm gonna make it like 5 different ways. Can you guess who I am? That was another text-to-speech thing. Yeah, this is one from the trailer, I think. This is not my original MIDI, my original music. Like, I mean, like, it's my synths and instrumentals and stuff that I made, but it's like based on the music from the 3 trailer. I've been trying to find this video of this person who used to dance to some of my songs or some of my remixes, and I really like that. Like, I like the one for this one because this one has more of a kind of dark vibe to it, and I feel like, I don't know if this is weird to dance to. Like if I ever became like a live DJ or whatever, like I don't know how people would react to dancing to this kind of music. It's kind of mixed wrong, so like that's always been my problem. Like I've never had any professional training or anything, so a lot of my bass, either sub bass is too low, kicks are too loud, snares inaudible because of like being mixed in with all this other stuff. And I do really like this one though. I don't listen to it as much because like in the other games the animatronics felt more threatening, and this one, you know, Springtrap comes in the office, he's just like, hey, what's up? It's like, are you here to hang out and play video games with me, or are you here to kill me? I am unsure. Time for Ruin. Like this is honestly one of my favorites. Like I always like to think like these original, like if you take out all the FNAF samples and everything, it's just like, this just sounds like it could be its own thing. That's kind of how I was with this one. Like it was half inspired by FNAF, half inspired by like just if FNAF was some kind of like shonen series or like a action anime or something. Like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye are having Dragon Ball Z fights with Springtrap. It's still a dance, but it's just a little bit faster paced, I feel. And this is when I was kind of messing around with voice. Yeah, there's the Markiplier clips, and then Rjac's like a little later on. I don't remember if Rjac was in the second game remix, like if the clips were in that. I always wondered if that Balloon Boy sample was too loud compared to Rjac, just to censor him. There is a censored and uncensored version, but this one kind of comes across better, I guess. I forgot what I was mentioning earlier, but oh yeah, the first remix where I took my voice and put it into like an auto-tune filter on top of a drop bass, kind of like the bass during the drop, that's why I just call it that. And I always thought it was cool, and like I tried to make it seem like, you know, Mark and Rjac are working together trying to fight me pretending to be Springtrap. It's just like I've always kind of had a purple thing going on, and I was just like, I'm the purple guy. I don't know if that ever caught on. Ah yes. It was me. I was like, what is this song? What is this remix? I love this one just because I think FNAF 4 is my favorite, right next to 2, because 2 just like, it opened up so many things with the mini games and the secrets, the Easter eggs and everything. And then 4 just broke the internet when Scott was like donating on was it Daco's stream? Oh no, it was like, there was something to do with that, but this was during one of Matt Pat's live streams, and I think that was it. He was giving drops, hint drops, and people still could not 100% figure out 4 and the secret of the box. So this was a fun time. I really like the scary aesthetic of this game too, but I know I'm supposed to be talking about the music. I don't know what I have to say about this one. This is when I started to get a little lazy with the writing of melodies, because I don't know if it was this one or the next one that I was just like, I flipped the MIDI backwards and just wrote like, it sounds normal because it's just played normally. Backwards it's just like like if you looked at it as like a song on a music chart or something like that, you just flip it and you just play it like a normal instrument, but you flip it and it's played normally. I don't know if you know anything about producing music or like editing audio or anything like that, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Bitten by Fear. This is kind of a departure from the normal remixes. Like this is kind of going back to my older kind of stuff where I just made it kind of faster, more rock or more metal. I didn't like do any kind of glitchy stuff to the bass. I just kind of played it like a guitar. I mean, this is a very simple song. Like, it's not very anything complicated. Maybe just like figuring out what kind of synths I'm using. Some people went online and left comments about like, what game is this from, or what is this? I've never heard this in any of the games. It's just something it's just something I did for this song. And this is Bitten by Halloween. It's kind of like, I still remember like someone on my Discord server is just like, lazy ass. Just because it's like a chill version. You didn't get to hear much of it, but yeah, it's just slower, but just a slower version of Bitten by Fear. And this one was more metal, kind of like System Revenant. It's going back to that older FNAF 2 trailer. I just started going backwards and doing older stuff again. Are you ready for Freddy? Yeah, I was just using like metal samples and stuff and mixed with my dubstep bass. I don't know if it sounds, I guess people liked it. It was a fun little experiment. I want to do more stuff with people. Like, I'd love to do like electro metal collabs and stuff. That would be great. I feel bad because I don't have a lot of like tech talk about a lot of these, because it's like, it's been so long since I made them that I kind of forgot what I did. I do pretty basic stuff for mixing and everything. Like, I use pretty much preset like multi-band compressor for mastering, and like fruity equalizers and like fruity limiter to compress each individual instrument, and then add a little reverb on the master channel, just like a very tiny little bit, just so it kind of gives everything something. Sometimes I forget to add reverb, and it's like, oh crap, this has been out for a month. I don't know if it would ruin it or if it would make it better. And this is my personal favorite version of Not Alone, called Never Alone. It was made just because I remade all those other versions, but I never just remade the pure original version without the Toreador March, Toreador, you know, I'm still gonna get it wrong the whole video, but I wanted to make like a better version of that song that got me noticed, to kind of give people a more high quality version. I tried to make it as true as possible, but while adding new stuff to it. And like this kind of like chip bit crushed rate. I can't even speak right now. It's a bit crushed like chip tune kind of rise, interlude build up kind of thing. Yeah, you know what I mean, I hope. And I actually kind of extended the chorus, if you want to call it that. So as you can tell too, this one has a lot less clips from the game. It's got like maybe a couple, like 2 or 3. Like the scream, a little bit of the coffin voice, the trademarked coffin voice. So yeah, that's like the kind of newer part, I guess. And then it goes into that rise from the Not Alone version. I still forget if that was in the original. Like, I don't feel like going back now. This video is already gonna be long as it is. Okay, here we go. Machine Circus. This is... I really like the vibe of this one. Because, like, I was starting to use toms a little bit more, and... this one sound I made by accident, it's like this really heavily distorted reverb of something really simple, and like you can't really tell what it was. I don't even remember, because what I do when I make my samples is I'll export them with everything on them. Back then I wish I kept my files and stuff, but like I still have the Fruity Loops file so I can edit this one, but I don't have the original samples. That's a thing I've kind of fixed in recent years. But this one's got this kind of, because of Circus Baby, I started to try to make this kind of... I might have actually done that in It Was Me, but I really like Circus Baby. I thought that was such a cool character and such a interesting part to the lore, so I was just like, I gotta make this one more devious. And like a lot of people might think, like, oh, it just sounds like all the other ones, the dance music and stuff. Like this is like, it's got like an extra little kick in there that's hard to hear. Like if you hear this like do-do-do-doon, do-do-do-doon, or do-do-do, or something like that, if you have headphones on with good bass, you can hear it. Otherwise you might not be able to. But it's just like an extra little spice, I guess. I don't know. See that, I think that was my scream. It's just me going like, "Aye," but like really heavily souped up with plugins and stuff. I love this too. I love the little build up and this little like pluck tune or whatever synth this was, like. This like distorted pluck, I don't know, I call them plucks, I don't know what you're supposed to call them, but when you kind of turn down the distortion, or like the what do you call it, the sound that keeps going, like you condense it to really such a tiny little sound. See, I'm such a professional musician that I can't tell you anything about terms or anything. Oh yeah, this one is the other version of Machine Circus, the fake ending. The other one was the real ending. This was originally going to be my last FNAF remix, but you guys, you know how that is. I get like in a mood where it's like, I don't want to make FNAF music forever, and then it's basically people asking me, and it kind of re-inspires me, because like I don't know what to do half the time anymore. Yeah, like some of these I'm having trouble remembering if the midis are flipped or it just actually made an original part. But I definitely tried to make this one kind of more happy, sad. See, like it's got this part from Machine Circus in it, like the original, the real ending. But it's like extended. See, that's the cool thing you can do. If you keep your project files, you can actually edit them and extend them later on. And make it sound like a true continuation. And this is my voice too. And if you never know what they're saying, it's please don't hold it against us. Who said this? Was it Circuit Mini Arenas or Circus Baby? I don't remember. This was for exotic butters. This was for Sister Location, I'm pretty sure. And it's got this sad little piano vibe, you know, with the original phone call sound from the first game. I think it's from the first game. It would make more sense if it was. So I had this habit of doing this thing where, oh, it's not in this one. I was gonna say I had a habit of adding like the end, to end the song I would add the first few notes of Not Alone. This is this the one I did? when I was working with CUTMAN, I think it is. Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, I was doing this with DJ CUTMAN. I hope you've heard of them. They are really... He's a very cool music producer and mastering music engineer. Like for Game Chops, if you've heard of them, they're pretty big, so I hope you have. But I worked with CUTMAN on a couple of these. Like I was like, I'm gonna do a alternate version of Happiest Day, which is actually called Don't Go, from the third game. But I always loved this one. People have shared some really sad stories. I really feel for them. I appreciate you guys actually coming into my video and telling me about losing a loved one, or you know, their pets, their friends and family and everything. And then we just go right into the Scott Cawthon appreciation remix I made a while back. And it was such an interesting thing when I was asking people to send in clips of everything. Like, this is the instrumental version, but I'll leave a link, or if someone can remind me in the comments to leave a link if you haven't heard it already. Like, I was adding in clips of people saying thank you to Scott Cawthon. Like, it was like a little thing I was asking, like a community thing together. And I was adding clips from, like, you know, Markiplier and Dawko, 8-Bit Gaming, and Razbowski, PewDiePie, like as many at the time as I could think of. And I think this is an original one that's not flipped off from another FNAF remix I did. I might be wrong, but you can flip it yourself. Or if you remind me in the comments, I can tell you I can go do it myself after the video. But there's another one that's like this really chill vibe to it, you know. And I placed it at this point in the video just because it was kind of like after that sad Don't Go remix, The Happiest Day. It just kind of made sense. But I really do want to make more chill songs. Let me know if you want me to. Like, I did but one original song a while back called Dead Name, and I can do more stuff like that if you want. I have a lot of fun because I can put myself in a very sad state very quickly, like on command. So it's easy for me to go into these, like, pull from these dark places and make something kind of happy or sad. Yeah, love this one. This one was kind of like a random thing. This one's Rest in Oblivion. This was made for maybe Ultimate Custom Night. I edited the beginning to take out, like, it was just like had little audio clips from the game. Now it's just like a really quick one, I think. But plus my voice, so I wanted this to sound like an 80s track. I also have to remember to tell you about that little tidbit of Decayed and Ruined, so I hope I remember at the end of the video. In Oblivion. I don't know how people felt about this one because it's more like happy. Like, this is using the Thank You, the Scott Cawthon Appreciation Remix. I just called it, that's the name of the song, is Thank You. I wanted this to sound like some kind of like 80s sitcom intro or some arcade music or something from the 80s. So I was really trying to make this sound like something from back then. I don't know if I accomplished it, let me know. The piano is kind of weird, but like, and then like when you skip ahead, it's just like me like yelling as Springtrap or Glitchtrap or something. I don't remember. No, this is supposed to be like I'm pretending to be Springtrap or Afton, spoilers if you didn't know after all this time, I'm sorry. But yeah, Afton is Springtrap. Or Springtrap is Afton. I made this fun little, it's sad again because it's supposed to be like Ultimate Custom Night, Springtrap's going to hell basically. And oh wait, I skipped ahead too far. I actually don't know if I kept that sample in here. No, I did not. I think I took the sample and I put it into the other remix. Oh yeah, Gradual Liquidation remix. So this is another sister location one. So this was another thing where I worked with this guy named Steven Silo, or you might know them as Blind, another. At the time I found them as a Game Chops musician and I saw them live and everything. I was like, dude, this is so cool. And CUTMAN asked me to work with the samples. They never actually finished the remix. They made basically the chorus drop, whatever you want to call it, like the main thing. I'm always having trouble trying to explain musical parts and stuff. But I basically took what they had and I took my own stuff and put it together with it. So like a lot of the bigger sounds you hear, I think, no, that was right. Like CUTMAN gave me a snare sample to use on the Happiest Day or the Don't Go remix. This one, all of the drums you hear is Steven Silo's. Now like this part onward is mine, because you can kind of tell like I make darker kind of stuff, I guess. And I felt like this little like baby scream kind of sound went together well. Is that like mini arenas or something? I don't remember. And I used the samples of the girl who did Circus Baby's theme or voice acting, not theme. I don't know what I'm talking about. I did the 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1, like that's their voice samples. Like I just thought they don't like fit quite as well, but it's just like a lead-in. I don't know. But yeah, I added a ton of things to make our instruments go together, and I really like how it turned out, because this is not my kind of thing I usually do, like especially like the main, like this sounds like a professional radio song mixed with something that I do. So, and also like I don't know where the scream came from, because it sounds like a dinosaur mixed with my scream. Was that a scream from the game? Maybe it was just that. Maybe I'm just getting it confused. But this has got this big vibe to it. I really love it. Ah yes, this is what is it? Afterlife, but like with, you know, letters and numbers mixed together, so it sounds like a digital code or something. This is one of my absolute favorites. I made it with Rjac. I'm sure you've heard of Rjac. We've made quite a few collabs together, including a Halloween theme, and we did the remake of the Five Nights at Treasure Island theme remix thingy. That's not going to be on this list. I might make another one if you want me to make a fan game remix, because there's some controversial ones on there, I guess. I don't know if people want me to include those. Let me know. Basically Flumpty, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, this is something that we made a collaborative effort with. I made my version, like we both had each other's samples and we both made our own versions. So there's a Nitroglitch version and there's a Rjac version. So they're both in, I don't know if so this is the thing about this mix. This is the ones where I mainly did the audio work. That's why the DJ CUTMAN remix of Never Alone Not Alone is not in this video. So I added it afterwards, but yeah. I just really loved the chorus drop, whatever. This is the video where my audio samples was me pretending to be Glitch Trap.
Can you hear me?
I don't even know if that's the official name of the character anymore. It's like, you know, Mimic or whatever. I think, isn't that a thing, or are they actually different characters? I don't remember. But this was definitely a fun one to work on. Like, we had a lot of different styles going together and everything. That's always the fun of collabs.
You can call me Glitch Trap.
Glitch Trap. My favorite part is right here, I think.
I am still here.
Yeah, I am still here. And I love this laugh. This laugh is very ominous and dark. Ha 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 ha. I just love how that sounded. Like, I either made that Child's Play Reboot remix before or after this one, but it's really fun to pretend to be a villain and record voice lines like that. So if anybody, any indie game developers or big game developers, if you ever want a horror game character, you know who to talk to. Maybe, I guess, I don't know if that sounded good or not. But yeah, I love this remix. Love Rjac. Go follow Rjac, please. Thank you. Ah yes, the Security Breach remix. I might have called the sister location a Security Breach remix by accident earlier. I don't remember. But yeah, this one's fun. The reason why this one's not on Spotify is because I talked to Leon Riskin. Riskin? I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. And it's kind of like he did it for the trailer. It's kind of like Sony or whoever, like Steel Wool, not Sony, Steel Wool. I guess they paid him for the music to use in the trailer, and then the music was never released. So I don't know how to get a mechanical license for it. So at the moment, you can only hear it on YouTube or download it off my Discord server for free. But yeah, this one, like I use the original instruments I used in the older stuff, like Not Alone and everything. I just like I'm a person of nostalgia, you know. I like to do stuff for the people. I don't know if they cared for it. I think this one did pretty well. Like, sorry for the giant gaps in not producing music over the years after a while. I'm gonna get better at that. I am really trying to get better at that. But yeah, I tried my best to kind of listen by ear to the music in the trailer. I didn't remix the entire song. I just thought this worked so well as a quick one that people could listen to and be... You could just hit replay. Like if you just want to listen to it over and over again, it's a really quick one. And then I just added this at the end just because it felt like a good little finale to the mix for the video. Like this is Rjac's audio sample that he made, and it's so good. It's just such a like sweet and creepy sound. One of my favorite remixes to date. Afterlife. If you've never heard it, I feel like that's one a lot of people didn't get to hear. Rjac also made a cool video for it, and he also made the cool Mickey model. Like, Rjac is cracked. They do like fan games and a bunch of stuff, model making and everything, and they are really good at what they do. So please go follow them. Oh yeah, this is where you hear my little ending sample. I was like, where is that?
Oblivion is only the beginning.
I will never die. And that's sort of, yeah, that's the little never alone. Now this is the one I didn't include in the video because I felt like this is mostly CUTMAN's work. So he just used some of my samples and stuff. So like this is his thing. But I feel like it's just kind of like I wanted more of a focus. Like go to the Game Chops channel and listen to the remix and see the cool video that Chrono Wolf made, and like I just love the vibe of it. My collaboration with Game Trops was very short, but I liked my stay. I didn't leave, I didn't really stop, I just kind of went on my own, and we just didn't work together again. So that was my fault. I tend to stay away from people. Like I don't talk to people super often, like online. So my bad, CUTMAN. We're still cool, I hope. CUTMAN was asking me things about, like, he's never at that point in time done a thing like this, because I usually do this really chill kind of hip hop vibe, or kind of like a chill electro vibe. So this kind of like drum and bass version of Never Alone, Not Alone is kind of, I was surprised. I was like, wow, this is cool. I wish they would do more stuff like this. They're right there. Yeah, you can definitely feel that vibe. I also love this part. This is so cool. I love the transitions and everything, but yeah, this is an awesome thing to be a part of with CUTMAN. Like, they did a really cool remix of my remix that is not a remix of anything. Anyway, moving on. I think we're at the last one for this video. Decayed in Ruin. So if you were unaware, the meaning of the name is Decayed in Ruin, like decade, 10 years. I thought it was a fun little thing, pun. I don't know if people got it, because like when you look at the title Decayed in Ruin, it's just like, isn't that Decayed is ruining, I guess? So I don't know if it's like a double entendre or whatever. I'm not smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. Writing was one of my best subjects, but like I forgot a lot of the terms. But this was a fun one to make. This might be my new favorite, because I'm doing like the voices as mimic. Oh yeah, this is the thing I wanted to add too before I forget. This was made in 84 BPM, because 1984. And somewhere along the way I forgot that 1987 wasn't the canon byte anymore or something, or there's 2 bytes. But I made it in 84 BPM. I wanted this to be as special as possible. And it's a Time for Ruin remix, so that beginning part is Time for Ruin flipped. But I changed up some of the MIDI notes, because they didn't sound right. Like going forward, the Time for Ruin part sounds normal, but when it's backwards, the thingy doesn't sound quite right. And yeah, but the idea was to take samples from Time for Ruin and completely add new parts, or just overlay a ton of filters and samples. So if you sped this up, you could probably hear like Time for Ruin. It's just, this part is the slowed down version. Like I said before, Time for Ruin has always been near and dear to me, because it's like this action anime kind of vibe. I'm a big shonen fan, so I was in like video game, classic Game Boy and Super Nintendo. I love chiptune stuff. And I've always wanted to learn to play, like, you know, the modified Game Boys live show kind of stuff. And that Time for Ruin right there, that was a sample that was used, that was made for the old Time for Ruin, but I just didn't include it because I didn't know where to put it. I just liked the other recording better. But I just took this one and I turned the... Since my voice wasn't as deep as it was back then, I had to turn it down on all these samples to make it sound more like, you know, demon possessed robot or sound or whatever. And, you know, taking some clips from the games and just kind of doing my own audio recording of them. And, you know, that sound, that from the other Time for Ruin. Like I said, I'm using new samples and old samples that are renewed, that sound different enough. Plus the fact that it's slow already, you might not have been able to realize that it was related to Time for Ruin. And if you never heard Time for Ruin, then now if you've watched the whole video, I guess you have. And I put an explicit rating on the album or the EP release, whatever, single release, because of this part. I didn't know. It's been one hell of a decade, huh? I didn't know if like saying hell of a was like a bad word on Spotify, so I just put that on there just in case. And I just loved how this turned out. It's so chill and fun, and it's got this badass vibe to it. But this right here, this is my favorite sample I made. Like, I just liked to do that so much. Like, I loved how it turned out. And it's just, I don't know if you guys felt the same about it, but I really have fun playing like Afton just in these remixes. Let me out, go. Like, it kind of, some people might think it says let me out and then no, but they're saying go, like let go. So but I might as well just leave with the end of this. Thank you guys for watching the reaction. I don't know if I really provided any kind of extra stuff to you that you never knew over the years, but I have a lot of fun making these. So if I ever have any inspiration, I'll do some more. If you really want me to do something and you want me to keep making a different kind of music for it, I am still here. So yeah, I'll end with this because I guess that's just how it's supposed to end. The Mimic. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you want me to do more reactions to my older stuff, like if you want me to do something for the Undertale ones, like I don't know what extra stuff I can offer for those, because those are just actual remixes of Toby Fox music. I love your music, by the way. It's cool to know like we use the same like audio creation software, unless you changed it. I thought I heard that he uses FL Studio, but anyway, it's pretty popular, so it's not surprising. But yeah, I'm gonna stop blah blah blahing and leave. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you again soon. Bye.